Hello and welcome. My name is Michael Jerome. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. And let me tell you, this is one of my most anticipated albums all year, or at least since we knew that it was becoming. To preface this, I discovered Joji first when he released his album Nectar, and I was blown away. I thought that it was an incredible project, and I had no idea who this guy was. I did not know his background. I did not know, the progression he took as an artist and also as a person. And, my first introduction was that studio album, which to me, I didn't know the man, I just knew the music. And it blew me away. And then to learn of his past, what led him to those projects, it's incredible. And it's really inspiring, just the idea of you can be doing one thing with your life, and within a matter of years, you can be doing something completely different and be just as successful. Obviously, since then, I have gone back and I have listened to previous albums. I've watched the YouTube videos, and man, let me tell you, this man was crazy. I'm just so grateful that I gave Nectar a chance. It was when I just looked at the album cover and I was like, I'm just gonna listen to this. I never heard of Joji, nothing like that. And he very quickly became one of my favorite artists. And as of right now, he's top 3. My favorite artists are Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and then Joji, who, obviously he doesn't fit into the same genre. But, his art is incredible. Nectar got me through some tough times. And, I proudly hang that album, that vinyl, on my wall. With that being said, we have been blessed with a brand new album. This one's called Smithereens. I took a quick peek. I have not listened to, I've listened to the singles, but it's only 24 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm a little sad about that, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I would take 5 hours of Joji. I'm not even kidding. But we're nearing Thanksgiving. We gotta be grateful for what we're gonna get, and new Joji, I can't complain. So I'm super excited for this one. But before we get into it, just a couple things to say. We are nearing 100 subscribers. I am incredibly grateful. I'll save a lot of the chit chat for the video, the 100 subscriber video. But just know there will be a giveaway. So if you do enjoy this video and you're not subscribed, highly encourage you subscribe. If you are subbed, thank you so much for tuning back in, and just know that your guys' support and all the comments and everything just means so much to me. It's incredible to see, how quickly people have joined the family and leave comments, and you guys are always so insightful and kind, and I'm very grateful for it. But enough talking, enough of this bullshit. I'm too fucking excited. Let's just get into this. The first track, Glimpse of Us, I'm sure you all have heard it by now. That's one of the best tracks all year, I would argue. The only downfall of it is it's going to be overplayed. But no, phenomenal track, deeply rooted in pain, and it's very relatable. With that being said, I have already reacted to it, and of course I've listened to it probably hundreds of times by now. So there is a video. I'll try to remember to link it up here, otherwise check the channel. It's one of the first ones on the channel. But yeah, phenomenal track. If you want to see my reaction to it, I had quite a few thoughts about it. Be sure to check out that video. We'll get into the first new track now. This is track number 2 on the album. This one is called Feeling Like the End. Gosh darn it, I'm excited. Let's go. Fire. No, I'm playing. Man, that used to be a meme with the J. Cole's when his new album came out, because everybody was dick riding. It'd just be a meme where you just play the button, and you hear the first beat, and everyone's like, fire! Classic. Instant classic. Man, it's to me, man. I'm too fucking hyped for this shit. Ooh, those hi-hats. He doesn't miss, bro. Man does not miss. Alright, that was Feeling Like the End. Very short, 1 minute 40 track. And like many of the other tracks we've heard already on here, sonically, just perfect. Sounds amazing. We just only got one little verse though, but there were things in the lyrics that pretty much everybody can relate to. I mean, lines like feeling like the end, don't think it'll get better. Man, like, when you're going through the ringer, whether it be relationships, which is primarily what Joji's gonna be talking about throughout this album, or really just anything. If you're going through the ringer, a lot of times it doesn't feel like it's going to get better. And that's a tough thing, and that's where progression is made. If you're able to fight through it and you're able to progress, pressure makes diamonds. So I would say that. The other thing I enjoyed within the verse is kind of like the imagery. So the imagery of having the other significant other's voice in your head, and just staring out the window. I'm imagining like a very gray day, or like a light rain, and just that somberness. Joji is always phenomenal at painting that sort of picture, and this track is no exception, despite the fact it's only 1:40. But as I've said in many videos, this is the trend. All these apps, all these social media things, they're fucking with our attention spans, and longer tracks typically aren't the way many artists are going nowadays. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, that can be debated, but it's truth, and that's why maybe this album is so short, but that's at least why most of these songs are very short. By the same token, Glimpse of Us is probably going to end up being the best track on here. I mean, haven't even heard that most of the album yet, but I mean, that track's just phenomenal, and that one's like 3.5, 4 minutes, so I don't know. It's an interesting argument, interesting trend, to say the least. Next track, Die For You. What is that, like a reverb piano? Gosh, it's very, very eerie and very somber. It fits Joji very well. Damn. Shit. Wow, that chorus. Damn. So he really starts out with that imagery again. Burning photos, had to learn to let go. I mean, obviously there's the physical idea of burning photos that you may have had together, but I'm also thinking of it mentally as well, right? You have all these memories, and you can think of those as kind of like photos in a way, and trying to, I guess, burn or get rid of those, or deal with those memories is certainly a major step in getting over the grief of a breakup or whatever the case is. But then he gets to the second half of the chorus, and he says, heard you're happy without me. Later on he goes, it kills me a little, that's okay, because I'd die for you, I'd still die for you. That's sort of tending to the question of, once you fall in love, is there ever sort of fully getting rid of it, Likely, I'd say, in general, probably for most relationships, when there's a breakup, obviously there are serious issues, but still there's something at the core that still wants there to be a connection, and that still cares for the other person, and that's what does make it so difficult. I think it's very well articulated here in the chorus by Joji. Another great sounding track again too. Man. What a phenomenal track, man. Alright, that was Die For You, and gosh, another just really high level track. Touched a lot about the first verse there, but the second verse as well, sort of hitting on hoping you get everything you need, talking to the partner, the ex. Hope you found the puzzle piece. The only time we speak is in dreams. One thing I will say about what I'm noticing with the singles we gotten so far in the album, I certainly feel a sense of growth from Joji. And, a lot of his big songs from the previous albums, you think of Slow Dancing in the Dark, you think of Run, Like You Do. All these tracks are just fully immersed in the pain, right? And it's kind of like in the moments, like no one loves me like you do, and it's a longing for it, right? Well, a lot of these are like past the fact. It's sort of managing and navigating the pain of what the previous albums have done to this person who has obviously been blown to smithereens, right? But we'll see if that's a reoccurring theme. I think it is from what we've gotten so far. But it's definitely awesome to see growth from artists, and the subject matter definitely seems like the next step from what we were getting. Regardless, we'll keep it rolling. Again, that was a phenomenal track. Absolutely love that. and I've loved everything so far. Hey, I'm a fan, you know. Maybe a stan, you never know. But odds are I'm gonna like everything here. But I think subjectively that was a really good track. But next one we got is Before the Day Is Over. I don't know what you wanna hear. That little bass touch is nice. Man. Shit, man. Bro, this shit's hit me. Man, before this ends. And this shit, fuck, man. Man, let me tell you why that one hit me. It's not because of relationships. You know, that's obviously what the subject matter feels like. But it's really about, to me, like my relationship with my dad. And I know this sounds weird, but that sounded really weird. But let me explain. My dad's basically the one who spent the most time with me. He pretty much raised me. And I don't know, we don't talk about our feelings very much. And he has some like pretty serious health problems. And, you know, I feel bad like I don't communicate with him enough. And, you know, there's a couple lyrics in here, and I don't know why it came in my head. I started thinking about that. Lyrics like, say something soon, we might lose it all. The chorus goes, I know it won't be long, I know you're almost gone. Let me in before the day is over. Being almost gone, you know, he's gosh, this is deep. I'm sorry, y'all, but you know, he has health problems, and you know, obviously everyone's days are numbered, but it's still like the thought, if he was gone tomorrow, like I would be so devastated. And I don't know what it is. And it's not like I don't talk to him at all, but you know, I feel something there. I feel some sort of guilt. But yeah, obviously this is not how I think the track was. Obviously the subject matter isn't supposed to be your relationship with your dad. But gosh, that one just fucking hit me, man. That one might have hit me more than Glimpse of Us. Just how the lyrics, how I interpreted them. Fuck. Let this just be a prime example. Like, man, music is so incredible because you can apply it however way you see fit. And the lyrics, the instrumentation, it can hit you differently. And you know, obviously, I think this one hit me very uniquely. But yeah, really great track. We'll let it finish up here. But yeah, this one hit me. Yeah, man. All right, that was Before the Day Is Over. Y'all know how that hit me. I'm almost certain that this track is gonna resonate with a lot of people, in very different ways, obviously. But you know, this track just, yeah, it's up there. It's one of those Joji level tracks. I put this one up there with A Glimpse of Us. I put it up there with Run, Sanctuary, Slow Dancing in the Dark. All the really great ones, I put it up there. Yeah, that was really good. I'm gonna take a second. All right, here we go. We're back. Next track we got is Dissolve. Can we get a happy fucking track from Much Joji? Jesus Christ, man. Just destroying the feels right now. I'm gonna take one more breath. Okay, Dissolve. Oh man. Don't we all? Oh man. I feel like that's always one of the tipping points of a relationship, when you need someone else to change. Because not only are you asking something of them, that means there's something of them at heart which wasn't compatible, if that at all makes sense. So I mean, that's always worrisome when there's things, and obviously some things are less important than others. Like my girl always tell me to put the toilet seat down when I'm done. You know, something like that is very different than something more serious. All right, that was Dissolve. Very layered instrumentation, and it was very different than what we've gotten in a lot of the other tracks. Typical Joji, I think, is pretty piano heavy. But you know, that one had a guitar in it. I definitely lean more to Before the Day Is Over. I mean, obviously that one hit me hard, so this track coming right after that, it was good luck trying to repeat there. I still enjoyed the track. It's probably gonna be one that grows on me when additional listens. I'm still kind of recovering from the previous one, but yeah, it's still good. I still like the sonics of it. The chorus particularly, I think the last repetition of the chorus is when we really got all the layers of the instrumentation and the layers of his voice, and it all came together and it sounded great. But it's kind of like picking up to that point. And you know, lyrics are on point as well. And like literally the very first couple, I was like, oh damn, well here we go again. But yeah, solid track. Next up is Night Rider. Very interesting instrumentation on this one. Alright, that was Night Rider. That track very much to me seemed like reminiscing on the good days, kind of, in terms of the relationship. That was probably my least favorite so far, but I still enjoyed it. And again, you know, I'm a huge Joji fan. I'm probably gonna like everything on here. Perhaps they'll grow on me more with more listens, but there are other songs on here that I think I prefer. I think the instrumentation was very experimental, and I think there's other things that he sounds better on. That was very, very out there. And I know that was a concept, you know, talking about UFOs and nighttime. It's kind of like, it was just a weird instrumental. It wasn't doing it for me. So we'll just move on to the next one. This one is called Blah 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 Demo. Let's get it. Oh, this is better. I like the sonics of this better. Oh, wow. Beat switch. Alright, that was Blah 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 Demo. I think that one was a step back up. I really enjoyed the instrumentation. Beat switch caught me by surprise. I mean, the track is only 2 minutes 22 seconds. How the fuck are you gonna have 2 beats in there? But I think they both worked well. It's always a risky thing, you know. Last thing you want is have one beat which is really good and then have no one like the other one, and then it just ruins the whole track. But I think it worked out here. Lyrics are on point again. Didn't hit me as much as some of the other ones again, but still, really good track. I like that one. Next up would be Yukon Interlude. I have done a video on this one. It was actually a pretty in-depth video. I'm pretty proud of that one. So I'll try to remember to throw it up here again. Otherwise, it's on the channel. It's still a new channel. It should be pretty easy to find everything. But really good track. I really liked Yukon Interlude. I particularly enjoyed the music video and how it sort of tied in his past and how you can sort of interpret the track many ways, and I kind of go over that in my reaction to that, so highly encourage you to check that out if you're interested. And before we get into the last track, if you're still here, firstly, thank you so much, but just a reminder, if you're enjoying this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate all that stuff, helps the channel out a bunch. Particularly, leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys, and you know, all your comments. I respond to them all. I see them all, and it's a really rewarding experience for me being able to interact with you guys. So highly encourage you to do that. But without any further ado, we got one last track here. This one is called 1 AM Freestyle. So hey man, it's been a great album so far. I have some thoughts I'll save to the end, but let's get into it. Last track, man. It's depressing that it's so short. I wish this album was longer. I really like how this chorus can be interpreted 2 different ways. So you know you can make it, but you can't make it alone. You can be thinking of that positively, how you know you're going to be fine, but you want to include other people on your path to success. Or you can be looking at it in kind of like a depressed manner, where it's like, you know you can make it, but you're not going to be able to, because you don't have this other person. So I think it's a multifaceted chorus. I really enjoy that. I was not ready for this. Damn. Wow. Alright, that was Smithereens. Real quick before we get into the whole album, that last track, that ending there, I just want to touch on that. He says, and I'm tired of this madness, tired of being stranded, I don't want to be alone. That's really just everybody. At our core, man, humanity, we're meant to be with other people. We're meant to serve other people. we're meant to confide in other people. So obviously that feeling is so natural, and I believe that loneliness is one of the most dangerous things that a human can suffer from. I mean, I'm just trying to imagine, like, if I didn't have some of the people I have in my life, from my girlfriend, my friends, the homies that I've known for forever, friends I met in college. Like, there's just so many people who I've became acquainted to and I've grown to love, and not having that would be horrible. So if you're suffering from loneliness, depression, do everything you can to confide in others. And I'd like to think that there's always somebody that you can turn to, and there's always an option. There's always a chance, and things will get better. It's super cliche. Time heals all wounds. It's super cliche, but it's true. And for time, you meet new people, you reconnect with people from the past, and it heals your heart. It really does. So anyways, that was Smithereens. I am very pleased. Again, the only thing I don't like is that it's only 20 some minutes, man. Come on. Give us 40. Come on. Yeah, Smithereens is another project which pulls your heartstrings. But yet there's growth in it. And it's not the exact same subject matter as what we got in Nectar and what we got in Ballads. And we get some differentiation between those, and how this album more so feels with dealing with the breakup afterwards, dealing with the heartbreak, whereas Nectar kind of felt like the heat of battle, like the heartbreak itself. So it still feels like we're making steps in terms of the subject matter, but still the instrumentation, the sonics are still all there, and it's still what I come to love from Joji. My favorite tracks from the album, obviously Glimpse of Us, Die For You, and Before the Day Is Over. Those are my top three. Probably my favorite one is Before the Day Is Over. I mean, y'all saw that one. That one just hit me hard. But I'm just grateful to have some more Joji to listen to. I'll be listening to this all day tomorrow at work. Obviously, I'm a stan. I don't know if it's fair for me to rate it, but I'd probably rate it a 9.5 because it's too short. That's the only thing it's missing. It's too damn short. And there's like one or two tracks where I said I like it. It'll probably grow on me. So it's not a perfect album, but I'm a huge fan, and it fills my need for a new Joji. So hopefully we get some more again soon. But this is solid. Definitely enjoyed it, and I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. Really, if you're still here towards the end, you're one of the few that stays to the end, so I really appreciate you guys. If you did enjoy, again, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff really helps the channel out a bunch, and lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. But yeah, man, thanks so much for being here. I hope you have a blessed day, and just know no hole is too deep, no tunnel is too dark, and if you're going through something, going through a breakup, going through a tough time, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a path to climb out of the ditch, and confide in those that you do have, and everything's gonna be okay. All right, I love y'all so much. Y'all take it easy now. Peace.